Welcome back. We're getting you all the live updates you need to know on Cyclone Yass. The Met Department confirming that it's just made landfall at around 9 a.m. and they're saying that for the next 3 to 4 hours, this will be crucial because the cyclone then will start moving inland and the eye of the storm will pass through the coastal districts of North Odisha and Bengal. Kamaljit Sandhu is joining us live from Balasore district, which is one of the districts that is facing the brunt of the cyclone. Kamaljit, you're literally in the eye of the storm currently. Tell us what's happening.
Strong tidal waves and extremely gusty winds. This is beyond 150 kilometers per hour. If we can try and show you the impact here is quite dramatic. These are tidal waves reaching up to 10 feet high. And yes, the area which was swarming with people till some time ago to take selfies is near empty now. So strong winds out here and a danger sign now that the landfall is impacted and is expected any time. Dhamra is around 80 to 100 kilometers away from here, which is the eye of the storm. Balasore, barely few kilometers away, and this is already seeing one of its worst impact here. The trees have been swaying. The tidal waves have been extremely rough. So obviously you can see the impact. There's a lot of friction with the air. We'll try and show you some of the shops out here. These are nearly destroyed because of the strong winds. Few of those people, if you can see the trees up there, you'll know the impact. But some of them still venturing out. These are people who are very concerned about their shops, about their livelihood. But the warning had been given some time back, and let's see. The waves coming almost till where we are, which is almost climbing 10 feet high. And in the next 1 hour, we will see the worst of Cyclone Yass. Now remember, there are 11 districts in Odisha which are impacted. There was mass evacuation being carried out. Almost 3.5 lakh people, mostly fishermen and those people who were staying in the coastal areas, have been moved back. And that is where they've been kept in the relief centers. But in the times of pandemic, it's a double whammy for this government to deal with social distancing, masking, temperatures check, to ensure safety of all those who've been evacuated, and yet to manage a calamity of this sort. So yes, Cyclone Yass knocked on the doors. Even in midnight, we saw strong winds gusting, and now this is almost at its peak, and the next 4 to 5 hours will be extremely crucial. Just have a look at this. The waves extremely strong. It has impacted the shops which were on the coastal area. So we'll wait for the wave to really hit here. These shops are almost dismantled now. So just the tin, the water going in, people could salvage very little from these shops. But now we know these are only blocks of tin out here because the rest, whatever was inside, whatever could be salvaged was done an hour ago, and now it's only the empty shop, the rest has been swept away. This is a danger sign now, yet 1 or 2 people occasionally coming out to take cell phones and selfies. That is completely avoidable. This is a time where people need to be inside. But India today is here on ground zero. We're trying to get you all the visuals here, trying to show you the impact of the cyclone. And this is a crucial time. And this is where things stand as of now. But clearly, an overcast sky, it also means that the impact of cyclone is at its peak. And remember, standing here itself has become a task of difficulty for us. Unpredictable weather. But if we try and show you the height, there's this building there, and we will show you the waves going and reaching up to several feet high. And this is how things really stand. Clearly, the situation spiraling, almost out of control. But the administration, the NDRF, went door to door requesting people to move back. And today, some of the impact is being seen, that things are clear. Hopefully, if there is some damage, it will be only limited to infrastructure and perhaps only to the kacha houses. The rest of it is also to be taken care of, whether this will be an impact. But as a COVID-19 pandemic is also raging in the state of Odisha, we know that hospitals have been told to ensure non-stop supply. So here we are being literally pushed by the wind. So we're moving ahead with the force of it and trying to show you the visuals. Again, the wind speed itself now reaching almost its peak, which is around 160 kilometers per hour, and it could go up to 185 kilometers. Extremely severe cyclonic storm. Getting you these dramatic visuals is Kirpal, our camera person, who's been working through the night, and clearly the impact now being seen here on ground, the waves coming to the shore, and there it is. The life of people is important, and that is why almost 3.5 lakh people have been evacuated, mostly fishermen and their families. And there is a prayer going out for all the people of Odisha and West Bengal that this cyclone and this calamity should be done in few hours. But the impact of it will not just be for 4 hours, it will be for the next.
Apologies, we've lost our connection with Kamalji. She's reporting live from Balasore, literally in the eye of the storm. Very challenging weather conditions that Kamalji is standing through there and getting you that live report. You can see how much the wind speeds are picked up by. According to the Met Department, this will go on for the next 3 to 4 hours as the storm really moves inland. At this point, the eye of the storm has just touched the coast, because according to the Met Department, landfall process commenced at 9 a.m. till about 11-12. This will go on. The raging wind speeds and the heavy rain. You're going to be seeing very rough seas also in these parts of north coastal Odisha as well as parts of Bengal. Suryagni Roy is joining us live. He is joining us live from the South 24 Parganas district. Again, this is a district where there's a red alert of the brunt of the cyclonic storm being felt. Suryagni, from a few minutes ago, the landfall process was officially kicked off according to the Met Department, which means that right now districts like Balasore as well as Dhamra in Odisha facing the brunt of the cyclone. What's the situation in Bengal?
Well, Akshita, as you rightly mentioned, the impact of the cyclone will be also felt over here in South 24 Parganas and in East and West Midnapur. Now, these are coastal areas. However, the cyclone might not, make its landfall over here, but the impact will be felt. And right now, strong gusty winds are, hitting us hard. The only way we can make you understand of this is by the visual of those trees behind me, of those coconut trees, how they are moving to another direction. And it's extremely heavy, strong winds over on this coast of southern Bengal. This is the tip of South Bengal, and in front of us we have we have been showing the Bay of Bengal, and it's a pretty rough Bay of Bengal right now. Angry rough seas, as they rightly point out. And however, the situation is not as grim as it is in Balasore or Bhadrak or Dhamra, but the situation over here is slowly, it is turning a bit darker, if that's the word that I can use. But right now, thanks to the evacuation done by the West Bengal government, where almost 250,000 people have been evacuated from this particular southern district of South Bengal, South 24 Parganas, a lot of people have been evacuated, and that is a very positive side to this entire aspect. There will be, as and when the impact or the effect happens, there will be devastation and destruction of property. But what matters is that lives should be saved, and that's the reason why I think both the governments of Odisha and West Bengal, which have been facing these cyclones for a long time right now. Again, the wind speed has, it started hitting us hard once again. Ever since yesterday, the wind speed has been deteriorating and rising. So it's a very dynamic process, at least when it comes to this particular area. It's not at one particular, it's not following one particular trend that it's only rising or only depreciating. It's rising for a minute, maybe in the next couple of minutes it's depreciating, then again it's rising. So these are the trends that are happening, and these are the effects of the cyclone, of the very severe cyclonic storm Yaas, which is making landfall in Odisha right now. Back to you, Akshita.
Okay, Suryagni, thank you for getting us that live report. We are going to continue focusing on Cyclone Yass and the impact currently in parts of Odisha as well as Bengal. The landfall process has begun and our reporters are out there braving this inclement weather to tell you what's really happening on the ground. Looks like authorities have ensured they're fully prepared for this calamity. But in the next few hours, we will really know and get a sense of the kind of damage and the aftermath of this cyclone in north coastal Odisha as well as districts of coastal Bengal. I'm slipping into a short break here on India Today. Coming up on the other side, another big story that we're tracking here on India Today is the pan-India farmers'